So here's what I realized somewhat recently after thinking about so much that's been on the web, social media, YouTube for like the last 5 years or something, since shit's been pretty crazy. What happens is some kind of a major event, something like what happened with Charlie, some kind of an election thing, some kind of a corporation does something, whatever it is, and a lot of people on the internet rush to a theory. And sometimes that theory is decent, sometimes it's not, but what people don't really consider is how much they don't know. What I mean is, a lot of people now are judging Erika Kirk. And I'm not here to solve the mystery, I don't know what she's thinking. But what I do know is that the people making these theories don't know way more than they do know by analyzing clips. Is she acting a little bit excited? A little bit happy to be where she is? Maybe? Yeah, okay. Do you know their conversations they had during pillow talk, taking a shower together, family dinners for hours and hours every freaking day since the day they got married? Before that, dating? No, you have no clue. It's possible that Charlie even said something like, if something happens to me, you do this. And she's doing it. Did she fail to mention that? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just giving an example and some of my own theory, and I'm saying we don't know 99.999% of it. Anyway, let's see what some people are saying. This here kind of sums up the situation. Erika Kirk faces online criticism over composure after Charlie Kirk assassination. Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, was assassinated on September 10, 2025 at an event in Utah Valley University, prompting his widow, Erika Kirk, to assume leadership of the organization and announce plans to release his unreleased speeches and interviews. Kirk publicly forgave the suspect, Tyler Robinson, during a memorial attended by thousands, including former President Donald Trump, while drawing on her Christian faith for strength. I think it was like 50,000. I heard 100,000. I heard 60,000. Whatever it was, thousands is a little bit of an understatement. I think it was definitely tens of thousands. Social media users have scrutinized her composed public appearances, with some questioning her grief process and others defending it as a personal and faith-driven response. Possible too. I bring up my own mother in this, and she died when I was 36, getting to be about a decade ago now. And, all right, for the first 48 hours and some moments, especially at the actual funeral, yeah, of course, I was very upset. And I showed that to some people that I was very close to. My wife and my father come to mind. But aside from that, aside from like the very first day, first 24 hours, if you talk to me, you probably wouldn't know what happened. It's not like, a death makes you some uncontrollable emotional wreck for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, or for the time you can't get over it, because you never actually get over it. But yeah, we don't actually know what's in her heart, and we'll never know. Even if she says what it is, we don't know it's that. But okay, those are my little tidbits. Let's see what some people are saying. I think I said that already. All right, here we go. Rebecca here, who's got over 100K followers, says, I'm amazed at how judgmental people are. First she loses her husband, then people celebrate it, then people judge her for speaking, and now she's judged for showing up in her late husband's podcast studio. This is the ugly in people, and it's pouring out. All right, so this person's also kind of defending her. I mean, she's kind of saying more about people's reaction than her theory on why Erika's like this, but okay, that's one. This guy, Crypto Jeb, who's got about 70K followers, says, I lost my 7-month-old son to a genetic abnormality in his heart that caused him to pass in his sleep this March. I'm still shattered 6 months later, but I'm still capable of smiling and laughing, and I also was 2 weeks after it happened. What you don't see are sleepless nights, the night terrors where you wake up in a panic, the horror of realizing every 5 minutes that they're never coming back. Your body allows you to smile and laugh because laughter is medicine to a terribly wounded soul. Unless you've lost someone in your household, spouse, or minor children, like Erika has, husband, or myself, infant son, you have zero clue what you're talking about and need to keep your uninformed comments to yourself. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. So if you haven't actually been in those shoes, you really can't say. It's kind of like a virgin telling people how they think sex feels. Kind of like someone who's never had alcohol telling you how being drunk is. I mean, that's a great point. You just have to be in the person's shoes. I think a mother is close enough, especially at somewhat of a young age, so I could talk from experience. So yeah, good point. So that would narrow it down to taking people seriously only if they've had an actual experience. So obviously it's not going to be 100% of the people pitching in their opinion. It's going to be, I don't know, there's really no way to gauge it, but probably that cuts off like half the people right there. I mean, I never lost anyone close until I was like 36. I also have friends who, I mean, maybe have never even lost someone like that close yet in their life, and we're in our 40s. So yeah, I'd say cutting off half those people who don't actually know firsthand is pretty safe. This person, Ryan, is people don't realize how strong their conviction is in Christ, and she knows he's in a better place. Same as you, Jeb, even though it hurts every day, you know your son will be watching and waiting for you in heaven. I can't say much to that. I'm not very religious. But if you are very religious, I think it can give you some kind of this energy. And the first girl I covered includes this clip here. Unfortunately, it's only like 12 seconds.
So blessed to have more work than we even could ever dream of. I mean, it's beautiful, and Turning Point Action, full steam ahead.
All right. I mean, yeah, I will say the timing does feel a little funky. Like, maybe give it like a week, 2 weeks, something like that. I mean, if she's going to continue it or someone's going to continue it, they got to strike while the iron's hot, the momentum's there. Now's got to be the time. She can't wait till like next year and come back with it. And yeah, that would kind of work. Sure, she'd definitely get some people, but not in the same way as if you do it right when the momentum's there. So she really had no choice but to go with it and push forward with it if she was going to do it. And I kind of feel if I was her, this is my personal speculation, assuming they had a good relationship or good enough, she would kind of be doing it for him. And as she's doing it, she'd be thinking, I'm doing this for him. Maybe in the back of her mind, she's benefiting as well. Sure. She's also got daughters. They're going to benefit as well if it keeps going and making money. So, I mean, as far as the two sides here, there are some people saying it's like fake, and some people even saying, these crazy theories that she's happy about it. Not going to get into it. But the point is, there's two sides, and I'm kind of leaning towards the side that she is grieving in her own way. Like this person there said, we don't see the nightmares, the sleepless nights. We see the face she puts on for the public. But I don't think the people who are saying she's got a weird reaction are completely crazy. I mean, yeah, it's a little fast. It's a little in your face. So sure, I get where they're coming from. I understand how they're seeing it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subbed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.